people, and welcome back to the Pensioner's Opinion. It's been a crazy week. Just released my first video on this channel on Sunday, and the response that I've got has been pretty exceptional. I'm really grateful to everyone who have viewed my video and subscribed to the channel. Please do stick a thumbs up on my videos, subscribe to the channel, and the love has been really mad. It's been amazing and gives me motivation to keep doing this further. Keeping that in mind, I would like to review the weekend's fixtures. Premier League match day number 4. It's been crazy. The first match day after the first international break, and a lot of goals have been scored over the weekend, and we are going to review each and every one of them on the Pensioner's Opinion. Well, there's only one place you have to start, and that place is Chelsea. Chelsea 3, Aston Villa 0 at Stamford Bridge, and it was a crazy match. Aston Villa did really well in the beginning of the first half, and throughout the first half the pressure was on Chelsea and they were peppering our defenses. But we were resolute in the second half. Tuchel mixed things up, brought on Saul, and Lukaku does what Lukaku has been bought to do at Chelsea, that is score goals. We need to score fucking goals, and that's what Lukaku has been bought in to do. And that's what he's been doing until now. That's 3 for the season. Golden Boot, here we come. Romelu Lukaku is in the house. Chelsea has moved to the top of the table, joint top scorers with Manchester United. Now let me get this straight. United beat Newcastle 4-1 at Old Trafford. Cristiano Ronaldo comes back from Italy the same way as Romelu Lukaku does, scores a couple of goals at debut. That just shows about the striker situation at United and how bleak it was looking before Ronaldo. But as you can see, Ronaldo does what he does best and has been doing for so many years, and that's sticking the ball in the back of the net. He's always been a big match player, scored a couple of goals, one of them a good one right through the Newcastle United goalkeeper's legs. Newcastle did give a little bit of a fight back though, pretty well worked goal. Saint Maximin putting on a plate for Javi Manquillo, who slotted it past De Gea. And the game was looking pretty bleak for United until Ronaldo stepped up with a screamer, and then Bruno Fernandes does what Bruno Fernandes has been brought in to do, which is score goals and make goals. A long distance shot from around 30 to 35 yards, nestling in the back of the Newcastle United net. And Jesse Lingard doing his trademark Jesse Lingard celebration at Old Trafford, and United wrap up the points 4-1. So Chelsea and United look like the front runners in this week and in this Premier League season until now. Moving on from that, going into the late kickoff on Sunday, the evening, Leeds United versus Liverpool. Now, those who know about English football, they know that this fixture has been known to be very boisterous in the previous history. Leeds have always given Liverpool a game. Last season they were amazing against all of the big six, the so-called big six, at their home. But this time round, Liverpool were like a ruthless machine. They went there and they rode the storm, rode their luck a little bit, and won 3-0. Now the game had a little bit of a sad tune to it because of Harvey Elliott's horrendous injury. That looked really bad, and just for the tackle itself, I think Pascal Struck deserved to be sent off. But hey, wishing Harvey Elliott speedy recovery. He's a good player, was at loan at Blackburn last season, comes back and he's been performing really well. I mean, the standout midfielder for Liverpool until now, to be honest. And yeah, man, that was really a sad one, and wishing him a speedy recovery, brother. Come back soon, and hopefully you can start from where you left off. Yeah, Leeds 0, Liverpool 3, which put them joint at 10 points with United and Chelsea. Moving on from that one, on Saturday, the early kickoff. Crystal Palace 3, Tottenham Hotspur 0. Now, where do I begin? Tottenham. These man thought that they scored 3 goals before the international break and 3 victories, that they could just go to Palace and just win. They got murdered. 3-0. Now, in that game, there was a talking point that Japhet Tanganga was sent off for 2 reckless challenges. I thought it was pretty well deserved, although Spurs fan would argue otherwise. But hey, Spurs. Right, so 3-0, the final result for Crystal Palace. A penalty from Wilfred Zaha, who has been pretty lively this season under Patrick Vieira. And 2 goals from their new signing, Edward, signed from Celtic, to wrap things off and show Tottenham their rightful place, actually. Now, Tottenham have to prepare next week for Chelsea. But hey, that's going to be next Sunday. So, Crystal Palace 3, Tottenham 0. Moving on from Tottenham to their fellow North London club, Arsenal. Now, Arsenal had a big relegation 6-pointer against fellow rivals Norwich City at the Emirates Stadium. And it was a pretty well changed team for Arsenal after their horrendous horror show at Manchester City last week, where Mr. Mikel Arteta put Granit Xhaka alone in a midfield against the likes of Gundogan, Rodri and Bernardo Silva. Yeah, and they were expecting to beat Manchester City at the Etihad. But Arsenal rode their luck in this game in the first half. I thought Norwich had a good couple of chances. And they scored a pretty scrappy goal, but you have to take the 3 points when they come in these kind of games, especially when the pressure is on in the Premier League. And Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang does what he does well, which is score big match goals. And Mikel Arteta still hangs on to the job, in my opinion. He deserves it. Arteta deserves it. Trust the process. Trust the process. Let's go Arsenal. All right. Arsenal 1, Norwich 0. Arsenal are going to face their fellow relegation buddies Burnley again this weekend, away at Turf Moor, after Burnley lost 3-1 to Everton this week. There were goals from 2 centre halves, Ben Mee, and an equalizer from Michael Keane, before Andros Townsend scored a fucking screamer. Andros Townsend has a habit of scoring these kind of goals. I remember a couple of seasons ago when he scored an absolute belter of a volley at the Etihad when Crystal Palace beat Manchester City. But this goal was something special because he curled it from around 40 yards, and the swing that ball took and this nestled in the top corner was something really amazing to see. And the points were wrapped up by Damari Gray, who has been on steroids this season until now. And Everton win 3-1, and they also have 10 points. So yeah, both the clubs from Merseyside have been doing really well until now this season. But Everton, the true character under Everton will only be known once they play the big guns. But hey, they're making huge strides under Benitez until now. So good luck to Everton for the rest of the season. I think they've got some good, decent players in there, and yeah, it's going to be fun to see where they go this season. Just topping up some of the other fixtures from the season, or from the weekend rather. Wolves go away to Watford at Vicarage Road and get their first 3 points of the season after 2 or 3 very unlucky games, I might add, until now. There was an own goal from the Watford defender Ciaretta, so I had to take a look at that one because his name is really awkward to say. And the new signing Wang Chan, I don't know if I'm getting the pronunciation wrong, he's on loan from Leipzig to Wolves, wrapped up the points for Wolves at Vicarage Road. They win and they get their first points of the season, deservingly so. And Wolves move on, man. They get their first points of the season. They are 3 for the tally of the season. In the other fixtures on Saturday, you've got Brighton away at Brentford, which was a really entertaining game, I might add. And Ivan Toney, who was like a big tank up front for Brentford, he was giving all kinds of fucking problems for the Brighton defenders, and they couldn't cope up with him. And Brentford were peppering the Brighton goal, but Brighton just rode out the storm, and they struck with a goal of their own when Trossard just curled in the ball, used the defenders as a decoy, and just curled it in the corner in the 90th minute. And yeah, Brighton has been doing pretty well. They are like the surprise packages of the season. They have 9 points. They've gone to difficult places and beaten teams until now. And yeah, man, Brighton, I think they'll be all right this season. I think their manager has a good attacking philosophy, Graham Potter. He did well at Östersunds, that Swedish team. And he's doing bits in the Premier League as well. And he's got players like my man Welbeck playing well. So you need a special manager to do that. Just wrapping up the fixtures from the weekend, was a good and entertaining draw between Southampton and West Ham. It had Michail Antonio sent off for a very reckless challenge on the Southampton player, and yeah, man, he was the player of the month for August. Couldn't take a step wrong, and now he's been sent off for the first match in September. How things change in the Premier League. But a good player. The points shared over there at St Mary's between Southampton and West Ham. And to just top it off for the weekend, champions Manchester City went to the King Power Stadium, and a pretty entertaining game. I thought Leicester gave them a run for their money, but Man City do what Man City do best, which is to score the goal in a crucial period. Bernardo Silva popping up for a team with no striker this season and gets the 3 points for Manchester City. And Man City have 9 points until now. So it's looking very interesting at the top of the table, where you've got United, you've got Chelsea, you've got Everton, you've got Liverpool, closely followed by Tottenham, Manchester City. And it's going to be a great relegation battle in there as well, with Norwich, Burnley, Arsenal all fighting for to avoid the relegation places rather. So yeah, Matchday 4 has been pretty interesting. Looking forward to Matchday 5, and also we're going to review the Chelsea's fixture at Tottenham this weekend. I'm going to give you my thoughts and my potential lineups, so watch out for that video upcoming on the Pensioner's Opinion. Also, we're going to have match reactions from Chelsea versus Zenit. which is going to be taking place on Tuesday night. So Chelsea, the holders of the Champions League, kick off their campaign against Zenit. So look forward to the match reaction for that video as well. We're going to try to review all the Premier League fixtures, which match reactions, as well as the weekend review after every week of Premier League matches. So yeah, man, things are looking ominous for Chelsea and also for a pensioner's opinion. Keep posting your comments, keep subscribing, keep showing your love, and we're going to be back with more. Thank you.